Hi beauty friends, Julia here from Accessorize Your Life, where aging gracefully and accessorizing your life meet. I am using my products from this week's Shop My Stash in this Get Ready With Me. Got it right. So I hope you're interested in seeing how I got this look and what palette I used to get this look and the lippy that I'm using. Yeah, stay tuned to see how I came about with this look. And if you're ready to escape to the tropics for a vacation, you're tired of being in the home, maybe this is something you want to replicate, or if you're going to stay at home and just hit those streets during the hot summer months and have fun with those outdoor concerts and maybe eating out at some venue, wine venue or a nightclub venue, this may be a look you want to adapt for that look. Anyhow, stay tuned to see how I got this look using the Shop My Stash products for this week, the 4th week of June. Thank you for watching. Hi, right off the bat, I want you to know that I will be using the Natasha Denona Mini Tropic palette for today's Get Ready With Me. I think this is a great little palette to take with you on any tropical vacation plans you have made already for the summer. And it packs a lot of color, let me tell you. It is small but mighty, and I think it will take you from day to night with your looks. So let's take a look at the colors that are in this palette. The first one I have swatched for you is the Mint Frost. It's a silvery aqua color that's pretty sheer. Next is Exotic. It's an emerald green metallic color. You know I love greens. Third, we have Laguna. It's a creamy matte, cool sky blue color in my opinion. It's a light blue. Fourth, we have Tiger Lily. It's a metallic deep water blue color. And last is Xena. It's a creamy matte. It surprised me out of the bunch. It's a muted lavender, cool but rich. Okay, so now let's get busy with these colors. Okay, I'm going to start with the eyeshadow look. I'm going to use Xena as the jump start. And I want to put her right up here as my, something's on there, transition color. So as you can see, she's going up pretty high, this color is. It's a very muted color. With the same kind of flat angle brush, I'm going to go into my next color, which is Exotic, and it's right here, this pretty blue. And I'm, like I said, using the same brush, coating both sides of the brush. And I'm going to start on the outer corner and work it in. And I'm making up this look as I go along. What I noticed when putting on this Laguna color, this deep blue here, I started, I believe, with this eye, and it's looking a little more droopier than this eye. I think this eye and the way I applied it is more up, giving me an uplifted look, whereas in my opinion, this eye, somehow or another, I went in the wrong direction, therefore making the eye look quite droopy. So I am going to try to lift this eye up a bit, carry the shadow. I think this one is more here and there, and this one is more like down and here. So I now going to try to fix that by coating it here and here, coming in like this. Looks a little better. And the key to all of this is blending. wiping off my brush a little bit and just working what I have on the eyelid in mostly. Trying not to do too much rubbing because my eyes are extremely hooded. Okay, I kind of like this. My first thought was to go in next with Laguna, but I think I'm going to skip it right now and go in with Tiger Lily. Let's do that. And I'm going to use a rather small brush here from my collection. I think it's pretty small. Yeah, let's saturate this brush. Got it in. And let's see what we're going to do. And I'm just patting it in. Taking it back into that blue a little bit. Patting it in. And at this point, I don't want to pick up any more with my brush. I just want to wipe off my brush some, because as you know, I'm just more of a conservative eyeshadow girl, and I'm just starting to play with color. And so I am kind of swiping this in place, back and forth, shimmering it in very light-handedly. And making sure that it transitions rather nicely from the blue there into the green. So that you don't see where it stops and where it starts. Okay, I've laid down a little bit of glitter glue in the inner corner, and next I'm going back in with my third color, which is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, Laguna. It's that blue shade, and I just tapped in a little bit right in here as I transition into my next color. So let's do it. I'm going to take this brush here and I'm going to go in maybe with this shimmery color here, and it's the first one, it's the Mint Frost. So I'm going to take my finger, baby finger here, and go in. Let's adjust this mirror. Go in with that right in the inner corner, place it there, just tap it down and lift my finger up. Same thing with the other side. Going in with my baby finger, tap it in and lift it up. And picking up that brush again, going to work in, first come in from the middle of my eye, work it on over to the inner corner. And bam, there's some color there. Doing the same thing here. Working that color in. I should turn my brush over. I like that transition of color there. And I'm going to go back in with a clean brush this time, with my first color, which is my transition color, which is Zena. Going in with a little bit of Zena. Got a little blue on there, didn't mean to. Tap that off and help clean up everything a little more at the top here. And I can see where I may be missing a little bit of color right along the eyelash line there, and I think that's where I went in with the kind of green color. So I'm taking a small defining brush there, and that color is, which one is that? Laguna, I think it is. I'm getting these, no, Exotic. Getting them mixed up. But here we go. I'm going to go in with that, just fix that a little bit, just put a little bit there, and then working it in with the other brush. Yeah. Although I didn't need to add any more to this eye, I went back and worked on that eye. Now I kind of feel like my brows need to be a little deeper since this color is so intense on my eyes. Yeah. Okay, I made the necessary adjustment to my brows and I blended in my shadow a little more. We'll come back to it later. And oh, I did use some eyeliner. I used the Carmindy in Emerald Green on the lower eyelash line, and on the waterline above I used it as well. So now to go in with NYX's Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and I had to get my husband to take the cap off because I could not get in it. So now that that's done, let's just use this. I'm going to use what's on this stick or the pump to start off with, and that's quite a bit. There we go. It almost smells like paint, so it may be, and I'm sure it is, ready to declutter. Now I don't have lipstick on. Like I told you, I have the Dior lip gloss on, but what I wore to work yesterday was the Fenty here, and it really stayed on, and as you can see, my lips have a tint to them. So that's what, if you're wondering what's on my lips or why they look so tinted, well, at least I am wondering, and I reminded myself of that. So here we go in, just getting this all around, and guys, that is going to do it so far with the foundation, at least the first application of it, because I don't feel like I need any more, but just work it all in. But yet I haven't used magnification, so gosh, I love this foundation, the way it looks. And I couldn't get the bottle open, like I said, and I was tempted. It ran across my mind to run out and get another one, but I said no. So when I said no, I said I'm going to have to employ the help of my husband to get into this. And for me, the darkest areas are around my mouth, corner of my nose, and right in here because I get some blemishes there. And I'm just using this e.l.f. brush. This is the stipple brush from e.l.f. and I really like it. It's great for stippling on your foundation. And I used it for my powder as well. So I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to take my wet sponge from e.l.f., no, NYX, and just blot this in a little. Get up under my eyes with that chiseled in here it has. Okay. Next I want to do my contour. I think I'm going to start off with the Naked, and I'm going to go in with the Naked's not use the cream side at all, just to define my face. So I'm going to not only do contour, but I'm going to be doing some really shaping of my face, getting it chiseled a little. But first let's do some color correcting. That's what I was trying to think of. So I'm going in with this orangey color right in here on top of my foundation. And now I'm going to blend that in. And what am I going to use? Let's use that same, no, let's go in with a little finer brush here, which I used to do my concealer and primer with. My primer, basically. Let's dab it in with this first. I think that kind of color corrects. And then before I go any further, I'm going to go in with a flat brush. It can be a foundation brush, but I'm going to contour my face. So I'm going to start off, that peachy color would have been a good color to use as well, but I'm going to go in with this deeper peach right here and go, this is where I darken, so I want to go a little lower right in here. Look at it, it's not playing too well with the foundation, I don't think. Not sure. It's catching my facial hairs is what I see. And then I'm flipping the brush over and I'm going to go in with that really deep color right on the edge there. I'm going to take that, sweep it right in here. Sweep some on the side of my nose. Down here. You can already see how it's kind of shaping my face. Okay. Can you see that? Giving me the face, that shape that I want. I'm going to start with the lighter color and just blend that in right in here underneath that deeper color. Bring it up to the top of my ear and bring it down. Same thing here. Top of my ear, bring it down. And I guess it's just slightly below my mouth. Now that I got that in, I'm going to start on the forehead and work in little circles. Now I'm going to go to here. And here. I have a pointy, not pointy, but a little like ball on the end of my nose. It's just like round there. So I always kind of take a little darkening contour just to recede it a little. Bringing that up a little, blending everything in. And there we are. Then work in that other color. And now I'm going back in with a little foundation. I'm going to put some of the foundation on my sponge, just a little bit, a sheer bit. Get it out. And remember, my sponge is wet, so it's going to, yeah, it's going to not be a heavy bit. Just going to work it around my nose, mouth. Here, where I did the color correcting. And there I am with that. Yeah. Next I'm going to go in with the Dior bronzer. And I'm going to use this brush, swirl it around a little. Don't want to swirl it too much because it really shouldn't swirl it. Just tap it in. And I'm getting a good amount and I'm making a mess. Be careful with this palette because, like I've said before, it is a light palette cover to it. So I'm going to go in those areas that I went in before. Just enhance it. And what this Dior does is, to me, it gives it more of a natural look. Whereas that other color really went in and defined the areas, contoured. This comes over top of it because it was a creamy product before. It sets it. No, not there. Right here. It sets it, and it also allows it to look a little more natural. I'm picking up a little more of it on my brush, dabbing it in. Go in here. Right here. Can you see it there? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to let that be it. Okay, now for cheeks, I'm going to start off with the Trish McEvoy. This is her lip and cheek color. It's a beauty booster, she says. And I have it in Perfect Plum. So we're going to take a little bit of that on my cheek area. I'm going to smile a little bit. Usually don't do that. Just to make sure I get it where I want it. Yeah, I relaxed my face. I didn't keep the smile going. Kind of know where I want it now. A little higher here. Okay, I'm going to work that in. Which one is the cheek brush? I don't know which one. This is a Trish McEvoy, and I think it is her, I don't know if it's a powder or cheek, but I'm going to use it as my cheek. It's a little harder to move. I don't know if it's because I don't need a brush for it or I've got the wrong brush. And I'm bringing it up. You can see it. See it more over here. Doing everything better on this side, I think. A little bit more on this side. See if it'll work with my figure eights. More here. I feel like I still need more on this side. Ooh, don't want to do too much. Alrighty, I'm going to let that be. Then I'm going to set it with the Bare Minerals blush that I have. And this blush is in Equinox. Shaking it down some into the cap. Let's start with that about that amount. About that amount. Taking that same brush, and because I didn't get much on this side, I'm going to just take it here over that. And again, it's kind of, because I'm going with a powder next, it's kind of setting this in place. Okay. I'm liking that. And if you get too much, you can always go back in with your powder and tone it down. Alrighty, next we want to go in with highlighter. And what did I pick? Shop my stash for? It was the Juvia's Place highlighter. This one is the Tribe one, and it's a lighter one. And right now on Juvia's Place, at least yesterday when I looked, they were $6 a piece, and all three of them were. And I kind of wish I'd gotten a deeper one when I purchased this. I don't know what made me buy such a light shade, but it did, so that's what it did. So I'm going to go in with that same brush, dabble right in here, pick up some of this highlighter. I probably have much too much. Swirling it around and going right in here on the bone. Yeah, man, you can see that, can't you? Now we need to work that out because that can't stay like that. Just going to take a brush that I already have some powder on, or some, and you hear that noise, that's my air conditioner that's popped on, as well as you've been hearing the fan in the background. That was a lot. Going to have to tone that down, don't you think? Taking my foundation brush, that stippled one, working that down. So yeah, I can't go heavy-handed in that color for sure, because that one is way too light for me. Not way if I use it lightly, but I just went overboard with that. And you know, one thing I need to go back in, and I didn't mention before, that I went under my eyes with this, I think it's Maybelline. Was it Revlon? I'll leave it down in the description box. And I used that under my eyes before to just kind of cancel out the darkness. Going back in with that. As I told you before, it helps me to clean up this area in here. And now we need some powder to take this stuff on down. So let's get a nice powder brush, go into my Fit Me, and first get everywhere else. And then come in under here. Wipe it off a bit, get a little more, come in under here. Okay, I'll be back. Alrighty, now to wrap everything on up, I am going to put on a lippy. As you can see, I changed my outfit and put on my hair. So I'm ready to get out there and have some fun in the summertime vibes, kind of a tropic look. First I'm going to try the Trish McEvoy lip and cheek color on my lips and see how it looks. With this look. It possibly needs a liner, but I think it's okay. I think it slightly relates back to the cheeks, which I don't have that much of the Bare Minerals and the cheek products showing. I put on this Trish McEvoy lip and cheek color on my cheeks, as you remember, and really blended it in. First I had on a little too much, but now I think I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of the Equinox and see if I can make it pop a little. But I'm liking it. Okay, I think it's a great fun look for the daytime when you're out and about. And this comes off a little not too pinkish in my opinion, or rosy. It doesn't look that Equinox. It looks a little bit icy, but that could be the Tribe highlighter doing that to me right there, because I put on way too much of that. So let's concentrate the Equinox over here, and yeah, I see it. Yeah, so that's the look with the with that lip and cheek, or cheek and lip look from Trish McEvoy. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to change out that lip. Now to put on what I've been most excited about is the Hard Candy lip gloss, and it's in Spark, and I'm just going to pump it some and hopefully get out a nice saturation of color. Let's do it. Very icy looking. And then the next word that pops in mind is vampy. Crazy vampy. So it's not a complete, consistent look of sparkles and color. On the top lip it looks more consistent, but on the bottom lip, to me, definitely started off looking a little sparse. I think that's enough of that. And what I think it needs is a little pencil. Should have done that before. Wipe it off. I'm using the pencil not because the color doesn't show up, but because I want to define the lip area. I want to actually keep this color on the lips and not anywhere else. So let me just wipe a little and get in my magnification. Here. Quite the look. So if you're going out dancing later, yeah, this could do it. I'm gonna pan you out and over some, and hopefully we're in focus. Let me check. Yes, we appear to be in focus. So, yeah, I hope you like this look. It's great for that summer vibe, that getaway to the tropics, to even almost have that kind of a, for me at least, that kind of a glow, not without it being wet, but just a little glow. on the lips and the eyes. For me, it's a little much. I wouldn't wear this on any given day unless I am trying to make a statement out at an evening supper club or nightclub, most likely a supper club, where I'm seeing a show or something. And yeah, I want to bring a little bit of attention my way too, and especially if I'm wearing something like a dark color outfit. I think a lip like this would just kind of bring me forward some. Yeah, I'm liking the look for a fun time, and I hope you do as well. But for me, the Trish McEvoy, this is her lip and cheek color, and again, it is in Perfect Plum. I think this is what I would go with this eye look. And by the way, how do you like the eye look? Let me know down in the comments. Again, I use the Natasha Denona Mini Tropic palette. And I kind of picked up those colors as much as I could in my dress from something I had already. So yeah, this is the Get Ready With Me from week 4 of June from Shop My Stash. I hope you like it. Talk to me down in the comments section. Let me know what you think of this look, and if it's a palette that you would carry to your tropical vacation or your tropical stay at home during these hot summer months. Love you for watching. Peace and love again. Take care of yourself, take care of others, and remember, smile is your best accessory. Bye-bye.